No surprise, governments like the United States and the UK are still defending the Israeli government against these ICC uh, arrest warrants or application for arrest warrants. They haven't been issued yet. Um, the UK and the United States are pretty well known for committing war crimes in other nations, and they think they and their allies get to avoid international law because it's the United States and their allies.
As Israel's Prime Minister and Defence Minister find themselves in the International Criminal Court sites for war crimes and crimes against humanity, their number one international ally has leapt to their defence.
Let me be clear. We reject the ICC's application for arrest warrants against Israeli leaders. And it's clear Israel wants to do all it can to ensure civilian protection.
Israel and the US are conspicuous by their absence in the list of 124 countries recognising the authority of the ICC, unlike the vast majority of their European allies.
And no surprise, the United States doesn't want to be part of the ICC or be a signatory because they don't want to be forced to arrest their own leaders for war crimes.
So the latest move by the court tests European loyalty to a court that has up until now prosecuted overwhelmingly African leaders and never yet officials from a Western-aligned democracy.
The International Criminal Court, in over 20 years of existence, has never indicted a Western official. In fact, no international tribunal since Nuremberg has done so.
Despite ICC membership, the UK Prime Minister's loyalty to Israel appears to come first.
Well, this is a deeply unhelpful development. Of course, it's still subject to a final decision, but it remains deeply unhelpful nonetheless.
While France...
Yeah, no surprise that he's against international law. I mean, any government that's still defending the Israeli government is showing they don't care about international law. It only applies to certain groups of people at certain times, and it never applies to them or their allies.
France, on the other hand, has come out in support of the court's pursuit of accountability.
For several months, France has been sounding the alarm on the imperative need for a strict respect of international humanitarian law, especially regarding the unacceptable nature of civilian losses in the Gaza Strip and insufficient humanitarian access. France supports the International Criminal Court, its independence, and the fight against impunity in all situations.
Yeah, good for France on wanting to uphold international law, unlike the United States and the UK, who feel like the Israeli government should be able to be consequence-free from any of their actions against civilians and others. It is truly disgusting how the United States and the UK thinks the Israeli government should have impunity from any and all of their actions, saying that, they can pretty much just kill whoever they want and they will still defend the Israeli government. I mean, look at the aid workers killed. One of them was an American, and Biden has really done nothing about that. He said very little about it to pretty much nothing, and he doesn't care that Americans are being killed by the Israeli government.
It is now up to a panel of 3 judges to assess whether or not to issue the warrants. And if they do, international law will require any ICC member state to arrest the 2 men if they enter their territories. A state of affairs likely to further isolate